Hi everyone, this is Arad from English for Everyone, and today's lesson is about superlative adjectives. Superlative adjectives are the adjectives that we use that take the comparison to the highest level. If you're comparing three things or more, then one has a quality over the others, has a quality more than others. Imagine we are talking about 3 people, 10 people that are tall, okay? They are all tall, and if I am comparing 2 people, then I say this one is taller than the other one, this one is taller than the other one. That is, we are comparing 2 people, and I have had a lesson, the previous lesson was about this, was comparative lessons, comparative adjectives. You can click on this I and watch that video if you like to. So we can compare 2 things, but in between these guys, one is taller than all of the others. We can't just say tall, okay? We have to change the adjective. Tall is an adjective, that's fine, but it's not a superlative adjective. We need to change the adjective. We need to form the superlative adjective and then use it to compare that thing with the rest. Okay, so let's get into that. With the one syllable adjectives, we just add est, but before that, don't forget, talking about superlative adjectives, doesn't matter if it is a 1 syllable, 2 or more, we need the. Okay, so it always starts with the, don't forget that. Okay, here I've got the same words that I used for the previous lesson, but in that lesson I was changing these words to comparative. This time I am changing these words, these adjectives, to superlative, because I am going to compare one and say that one noun, one person, animal, idea, something or object has got a quality more than anything else in that group. Okay, in this case I need the superlative adjective and I'm going to change these ones to superlative. So as I just mentioned, we need there in the beginning. So whatever the adjective is, it needs there in the beginning. Then the adjective plus est. So big changes to the biggest. The biggest. We need that there. Okay? The tallest. The cheapest. The slowest. The latest. The hottest. Okay, you can see we start with there in all cases. And there are some changes. You can see that G has, we have double G in one of the words, we have double T in the other one, and also late has got E, and I'm going to add est, but I can't see double E. What's going on? If you want to know about these things, check the lesson which is called spelling, tips for spelling. If you click on this I, it will take you to that lesson. You can watch that video. In there I have talked about these kind of changes when we are adding est, er, ing and rest. So take your time and watch that one before or after this video. Alright, okay, so superlative adjectives, just like other adjectives, are there to talk about the noun, to describe it, to give more details. Okay, some of them just talk about the nouns, the words size, color, shape, but sometimes we, like these ones, we use adjectives to compare something with the rest. So in this case, we are comparing one thing and saying that this has got the quality more than the rest. For example, when we say tallest, I've got some students, they're all tall, but let's say Alex is the tallest. I have many students. Okay, let me write it down. Let me put it over here. I have many tall students. Okay, Alex is the tallest. Okay, so they are all tall, but one is the number 1 in being tall. So that's how I make it. So you can see the subject is there, Alex, and then the verb is, and then the tallest. Because we have talked about students, it is clear that this person is the tallest student. he might be this person might be the shortest person in a different class. Okay, if I take Alex to another group, he might be the shortest student or shortest person in that group, but in this group, the group that I just mentioned, he is the tallest. He has got a highest degree in being tall. So this is how we deal with the adjectives that are having one syllable, are short, big, tall. Okay, they are only one syllable adjective. But we have adjectives that have more than one, are made of more than one syllable. Okay, like expensive, important, interesting, crowded, and the rest. Okay, we can see a list over here. These are the words, these are adjectives, these are also giving information about a noun, but they are not one syllable. And we can't add est to these long words. The words are already long. What I do, like the one syllable words, I bring the, and then I put most, and then the adjective. Okay, so interesting changes to the most interesting. Expensive, the most expensive. Crowded, the most crowded. Careful, the most careful, and the rest. Okay, so you can see that we change the word. We do not need to double anything or omit anything or change anything, because we are not adding anything directly to the word, but we add things before the word. And then that word, that adjective, changes to superlative adjective, and this formation, this kind of word, this kind of adjective is suitable if we want to compare that thing, that adjective, with the rest. That noun, that person, that animal, having that quality with the rest in the group. Okay? But there are some exceptions as well. Yeah, there are some exceptions, and you need to memorize those. They are not following the rule, but there are only a couple of them. Okay, several of those I'm going to talk about in this part. Here is the list of them. These words would not take er or est. Although they are one syllable words, they would not take er or est. You will not hear someone say gooder or goodest. No, you won't hear it. This is not right. We can't just say that this is gooder or this is the goodest. No, it sounds funny. We do not have these words, okay? So what are they? If we are comparing two things, then instead of adding er than, we still have that than, okay, but not er. We say better than, okay? Good, better than. And also talking about changing it to superlative form, we still have that there, but not est, okay? So good, better than, the best, okay? The best. Good, better than, the best. Bad, worse than, the worst. Far, farther than, the farthest. Little, less than, the least. Many, more than, the most. These were the exceptions. Have a list of these, write them down somewhere, put it somewhere on the refrigerator somewhere, and then review it as many times that you feel confident, you feel that, yeah, that's easy, I know it, then you can move on to the other things. Make sure you have practiced them, you have made as many sentences as you can, and you have no doubt, and there is no situation in which you would make this mistake. Okay, so, and if you make a sentence and you're not sure if this is right or not, comment it below this video. I'll check it for you and I'll get back to you. So we'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.